All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. And again, you're writing the equations. Your assignment yesterday was a little bit of that as well. Is everybody okay with that one? I had a couple questions. Did y'all find it okay? I had like 3 people email me like I can't find it.
It wasn't, like, you just had to search India, it wasn't like on India.
Right, but you just clicked your, yeah, and it comes out right on the screen. My last one does it all the time. They were like, we can't find it. I'm like, literally go to EDF. Get it here. Okay. All right. So as long as it was there, we're good. So remember we talked yesterday about, and I'm just going to give you a random one right here. That if we had our, you don't have to do this, okay? If we had our focus here and our directrix here, where would our vertex be? Not, I don't need a specific point, just tell me in general, where is your vertex? Exactly in the middle, right? Everybody understand that? So we're gonna look at this really quick. These two numbers, you guys see what you, I told y'all Clay comes in late every time. What you're gonna see is those fractions, but you're gonna be able to find the number between. So what would the number between be? We have 205 and 203. 204, yeah, don't make it hard. Here's what's gonna happen. It's gonna give us a pretty little whole number. So the fractions are kind of null and void once you get started. Does that make sense? So this is actually gonna give you 3. Now, the only reason I gave you the graph paper, and I'm not using that little graph, is just for your reference one more time. Sorry that I made that a little bit crooked. We have your focus at 1, and then I just go ahead and put in 205 over 68, and that's 3.0, so real close to 3. So 1, 3.01, which is, I'm going to just put it a little bit above 3. So over 1, up 3, whatever. And then your directrix is 203 over 68, which is 2.99. So your y-axis is here. 2.99 is right here. The reason I do that, again, is for reference. We know that our vertex is where? At 3, right? But it's going to be right between them. And what is the coordinate of your vertex? How far over did I go? 1, and our coordinate was at 3, right? 1, 3. So our vertex for this one is 1, 3. And I do need my graph paper for that, okay? So I'm writing it down. Your vertex is 1, 3. So again, I plotted my coordinates to figure out where it was. Is this an up-down parabola or is it a left-right parabola? Is it up-down or left-right? Okay, remember your equation is always whatever your directrix is, so all of these are going to be y equals, you're not going to have any sideways, okay? So everything you should start with is y equals today. So we have a parenthesis. We have x, our vertex. We change the x-axis, or sorry, the x-coordinate. And then we add the 3. So how did we figure out what A was? How did we figure out what A was in the last 2 days?
Find the distance between the vertex and the focus.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yes, you are absolutely right. We did C equals 1 over 4A, right? And remember, C is that distance right here. So the reason I wrote it down on your paper, how far is it from 205 over 68 to 204 over 68?
0.01.
Or, give me a fraction. Think about it. How far is it from 205 to 204?
1 over 68.
1 over 68, and you just use the bottom number. So what we're going to have is 1 over 68 equals 1 over 4A. Sorry, I'm cord's making it fall now. And then how do we solve that? Come on now. How do we solve it? Cross multiply. So we get 4A equals 68. And then divide by 4 and watch what happens. It's pretty. Did I do? I'm gonna tell you right now, none of your answers have fractions. None of them. So you should not get any fractions whatsoever at any point, okay? So our equation is y equals, was this an up parabola or a down parabola? A U shape or an N shape? We know it's U shaped, so 17 has to be what? Positive. X minus 1 squared plus 3 is your answer. You're going to use the same work. You're going to use the same work to do every one of them. So look at your next one. It's got negatives, right? So that's why you graph it. The chances are, if those are negative, what's your A going to be? Negative. So just watch that. But you solve them the exact same way. So the first thing is find the distance between. So what's between 81 and 79? Is everybody good with that? What's 80 over 8? 10. So that's going to be one coordinate of your vertex. Now you need to graph to figure out what that vertex is, and then do C equals 1 over 4A. How far is it from 81 to 80? 1 over 8 is going to be the number that you put right here beside the 4A. Does that make sense? Very good. It's the same thing. All right. So this is a quiz. I'm not supposed to go over any. I just wanted to make sure you had one with fractions so that you knew how to do it. Just follow it through the same way. Does that make sense? Very good. All right. So Zoomers, I'm going to stop sharing, stop recording.